everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to do a quick video. I have to do it inside today because we're getting just nailed with rain this weekend. And I kind of wanted to go over a few things with the channel and with Medusa specifically. So let's start off with the channel. I'm sure you've noticed by now that it is no longer Furious 7515. It is now Gridland Jeepers. And the reason for that is when I first started the channel, I didn't really have a direction. I made up something that would work so that I could start making videos and posting them, mainly just to document things I'm doing for myself. Well, now we're up to 200 subscribers, and to me that's a really big deal, and I absolutely love it and thank all of you. So my wife and I got to thinking, we need to do some, what's our purpose for this content that we're doing? Because we do put quite a bit of time into it. So we looked back through our library of videos that we've made, and pretty much all of them have to do with either cooking, griddling, or jeeping. So it only made sense to come up with a title that when you go to the channel, at least you know what to expect. Because Furious 7515, what the hell does that mean? Nobody knows. I know, but it's nothing significant. Basically, my last name is Fury. I was born in 1975 and I retired from the Navy in 2015. Yeah, something I came up with just to have a title. So now moving along a couple years later, we've decided we want to do the cooking content and the jeeping content. So we came up with an idea, and Aaron came up with the name Gridland Jeepers. So not every single cooking video is going to be on the griddle, but it's going to be either focused with our barking dogs, have to do with cooking, or have to do with Jeeps, either DIY projects or build progress, updates or off-roading or day trips. So it's going to be somewhere in that field. So that's why we changed it. And also we now have an Instagram account with the same name, Gridland_Jeepers, where we'll do some reels and stuff like that, it's easier to upload to that sometimes than YouTube. So between the two, we're gonna, try to put as much content up there as we can. All right, moving on to Medusa. So we've been working on her so far this year. Hopefully you've seen our last video with her where we put on the soft top. And if you haven't, go back and see. Basically, to catch you up if you haven't been around, is we sold her hardtop, and we used that money along with the money from the deck that I sold out of Natasha to buy the soft top. And it was one of those things where I'm like, I want to try to see if I can do it myself. It wasn't that bad. It's on there now and it's great. And she's still our project Jeep, if you will. And we are in the process of doing some more stuff. So I'm not really gonna go outside and do a walk around because it's dark and cloudy and rainy. So I'll just give you the lowdown, if you will. I ripped all of her carpet out because I wanted to see what kind of condition she's in. There's some floor rust that we've noticed. So we have some other mods that we're gonna be doing with SFJ 4x4 here in the coming months. So one of the things that we're gonna do is have them inspect and give us an idea of how bad is it, is it worth fixing it now, should we wait, is it gonna be bigger than we think it is. So we're gonna address that as needed. And then once the floor is fixed, either this year or next year, we're gonna go ahead and get an Armor-Lite flooring system. It's kind of like floor mats, but with insulation, like like a carpet value, but with the rigidity of a floor mat. We're gonna do that in the front and back seat area. And then in the trunk area, we're most likely gonna go with a goose gear deck plate just to clean it up back there. I took everything out that wasn't the seats. And we're kind of like just wanting to start fresh. And with that said, in the middle of May, we're gonna be dropping off Medusa to get some beautification. She's gonna get her seats chemically cleaned and just try to get them as fresh as possible. They're gonna do a really good wipe down of the dashboard because the seats and dashboard are the only thing left in there that you can clean. And then they're gonna put this thing in there called the ozone machine, and then they're gonna crank the vents to where it's gonna decontaminate and kill any kind of germs or pollen or any kind of stuff that's inside of the vents. I mean, keep in mind, this is a 10-year-old Jeep, so, you know, it's something that we're just trying to do to, you know, have a new baseline. They're also going to ceramic coat, or first do some paint correction. There's some scratches and, you know, just random things that comes along with a 10-year-old Jeep. So they're gonna make it as pretty as they can, and they're gonna ceramic coat the exterior. They're gonna tint the front windows to match the back windows, and they're also gonna give me a tint banner, you know, across the top of the windshield, because tall people like me, the windshield or the sun visors sometimes aren't really good enough. So they're gonna give me about a 4-inch strip across the top. I'm not gonna put any kind of lettering or anything. It's totally functional. They're also gonna do an engine detail for me. I know I've done one before, but I'll let them just take care of all of it in one shot. I think that's everything that we're gonna have done on the detail side. And then sometime in either June or July, Medusa is going to be going back to SFJ 4x4, and I'm totally making this up on the fly. All my notes are on my phone, and I'm currently recording with my phone, so bear with me. She's going to get some LED headlights, some LED fog lights, an upgraded stereo, and a backup camera / third brake light. She's also going to get a new key fob. She's going to get what they call a crawl over, where they go over every inch of that vehicle, and they give you what I like to call or they call a report card, good, bad, or other. I'm going to know everything, whether I want to know it or not. And they're, like I said, also going to address the floor rust to see just how bad it is. That's this year's plan for Medusa. As far as Natasha goes, there's not going to be a whole lot going on, because she had a lot of upgrades done last year, and now it's Medusa's turn, and Phoebe is Phoebe, so she's not modified for a reason, because we need one that's just, her whole purpose is to just drive around and do the things that we need to do every day. I think that's about it for the channel update and for the Jeep update. And once this weather finally starts to get better, which I'm hoping is sometime soon, we will get outside and start doing more Jeep stuff and start cooking outside more, which is always more fun, because then we can have the dogs in the garage. So with that said, that's going to do it for today. So until next time, take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.